Hello, I'm Vara,
And I'm Roxy.
and you're listening to VCR. Hello, Roxy, how are you?
Hello, hello. How are you?
I'm good. I'm kind of wondering about the age-old question of why do guys suck? Not that I was wondering that, but maybe someone else was wondering that earlier.
I'm sure somebody's wondering that.
Yeah, someone out there in the world might be wondering why do guys suck? And I was
Pretty
like,
sure
that's
that's most women.
yeah, maybe. I know the one who I do the show with brought it up. And,
Ooh,
and
what
she,
so?
yeah, and she may have been like joking, but I was like, now it's an episode. There you go.
That'll teach me to joke.
Teach you to fuck around with topics. So today we're gonna look into why guys suck. But before we go into that, Roxy, your personal opinion. Why
On,
do guys suck or do they suck? Or are they not sucking enough? What is the issue?
I mean, it depends on what we're asking here. But
Mhm.
I think humans suck, period.
In general, yes.
In general, humans suck. But yes, I mean, the male species can suck a little hard sometimes.
Yeah.
They,
Is it mostly due to relationships or what?
I think I feel like a lot of guys suck at relationships because I mean, a lot of us weren't raised around stable marriages,
Hmm.
or
I,
stable relationships.
I can get down with that. I can see where like after a certain generation, the male species really starts to suck because you do have that lack
Hmm.
of family infrastructure. You
Right.
have a lot of absentee fathers who are not there to teach their kids to be, or teach the sons to be, what a man should be in the sense of a relationship. And,
Hmm.
and you have some really shitty examples all around because even if they're there, maybe they were just shitty dads,
Yeah. Yeah. That could have
that's,
been there and they just were sucky dads
yeah,
or they're shitty husbands. You know?
exactly. Though those things do happen. And it is by example. We learn by
Mhm.
example type of situation. But, I'm gonna just say, as I always do, what the fuck do I know? I've never been married, but
I mean, I have, so
but
no.
there you go. So we're gonna look at reasons why guys might suck. And I did a little bit of research, just a tiny bit of research. Roxy, I'm gonna do what I do and share screen with you. And we're gonna look at possible reasons why guys might suck.
Farrahfast.
Yeah, that's where as we look in our VCR emails. But here we go. We'll jump into 30 reasons why men suck. I'm pretty sure this is just some angry woman's opinion, but let's check it out. This does
I
not.
hope to God this is, oh,
I
I hope to God this is written by a man, but it's
No,
not.
no, it's not. It's written by a woman, of course. And this doesn't look like a totally, completely 10,000% legitimate website, but we're gonna roll with it. It's called
Pucker mob.
Pucker Mob. I've never heard of.
Never in my life.
Ah, Pucker Mob, the
We'll give it a
mob.
go.
And it's 30 Reasons Why Men Suck by Jen Lowe. Published February 12th, 2024. Look at us being current and recent.
You know?
Wow, because we're all about that integrity here on the VCR show. So, number one reason why men suck. Men suck, period. Here are 30. That's not the fucking reasons why men suck. Get ready. First, they can't settle down. It's like they have to spread their seed to everyone. Ah, ah, I don't know.
I
Roxy,
mean,
opinion.
we didn't get those sayings from nowhere.
True
He'll
enough.
fuck anything that walks.
This
He'll
is
fuck
true.
anything that has legs and a vagina.
But how much of this could be stereotypical too? Because there are
I
men out
mean,
there who do want a
yeah,
good
exactly. I'm
relationship.
not saying like it's all men. Oh God, I hate that saying, but I'm not saying that it's all men, but like there are quite a few. like this more than not.
Now, is this the man's fault or is this the woman who picked the guy's fault?
Now, don't go there because
I'm
y'all
just throwing
always
shit
talk
out
about
there
y'all
because
always talk about pick better, but y'all will fake a whole personality just to get us to like you. And then as soon as you get us, you flip the script on us, and then you're this fucking asshole.
uh, I want to say I'm not guilty of that because I'm just an
Well,
asshole
your
through and
species
through.
is, so you take it.
You know, as I stated earlier before the show, I like to be an asshole. You know? Number two, they deny what they said, even when they know it was true at that time. I don't think this was written by a professional, but
Probably not. It doesn't sound like it.
the thing is, okay, this is pretty, I mean, I get it. It's about lying, but the truth is, that to me that goes both ways. I mean, women can lie just as bad as men,
Mhm.
if not worse, I believe. But that's just me. I think you hear a lot more about men lying and secret stuff on their cell phones because it's more comical, but also because,
How is it more comical?
in reels and stuff like that. Like, they're always making fun of like, oh, let me see your phone, and then he drives off the cliff or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think it's more of a comical stereotype that kind of just gains a lot of traction. I don't think we hear a whole lot about it from women and women being caught because, it's like I think it's almost like a double-edged sword. It's funny and stupid when a man does it, but if a woman gets caught, oh, this is serious. This
It's
is
the end of
very
the fucking
serious.
world.
It's like, no, no, fuck this, fuck that. So that I kind of think there's a little bias on that one, and
Mm.
actually a lot of bias on that one. Um, Number three, the word love isn't in their vocabulary,
I don't
only
believe no. I don't buy
lust.
that one. That
You don't
one's
buy that? You believe
no.
that there's love?
I do believe that men are capable of love. Now, whether they, because I have seen some men genuinely love their wives,
Yeah.
and like I've seen it.
Hmm.
Hasn't happened to me,
I mean,
but
I've seen it
I've
too. I
seen
know
it.
I know there's a lot of guys out there who are happily married and very much in love with their
Yeah, very
wife.
much.
And I know there are guys out there who are in relationships and they're very happy with their others. So,
Mhm.
I can't say that
But I
I
also
find this to
do
be
know that
true.
there are men that are not interested in that at all, so they only live on lust. So,
Yes, but I also believe it's kind of an age thing too. I think it depends on what age you're looking
mm,
at or what age you're attracted to. Because if you, let's say, okay, so Roxy, you're what? A very young what?
mm-hmm.
You're
Yes,
very young something.
yes.
So if
Mm-hmm.
you're dating like a 20-year-old, you know, that's just pure lust right there. What would a 20-year-old
That's
know
pure
about?
gross right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, well, that's because you're of a certain age. What age was that again, Roxy? Something like uh,
28.
28. You're 28. So if you're dating a 20-year-old, so that's
It's gross. It's still
there's
gross.
there's an issue there in the sense that 20-year-olds are not looking for that love or
No,
let's
they're
settle
not.
down. So I think it's a matter of like that age and when you're getting burned and all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But let's move on to number four. Completely disagree with number four, but I'm gonna throw it out there because Roxy may have a different opinion because it's only a two-word statement here and they forgot the period. Uh, their ego. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, of course you don't know what you're talking about,
I,
Mister. I have a master's.
I'm not. Hey,
Whatever. Let
I'm
me
just
deflate that big ass head of yours.
I'm just stating a fact that
Oh, whatever.
I
You
have a
have the biggest
master's.
ego of anyone I know.
Do not.
Whatever.
I'm as humble as a church mouse.
Lies. The lies.
So we're not going to spend any more time on this because it's just a malicious lie.
Yeah, as you perpetuate what it says.
The ego, and I was like, well,
Right.
whatever. Yeah. Uh, Number five, I don't. Well, I mean, I feel this could go both ways. I kind of feel this is more pertaining to the female of the sex, in my personal opinion, but I could be wrong. Number
No,
five.
I've known some men that get so
Oh,
jealous. Now,
yes,
not
no.
all men, because there are men that aren't jealous, and it takes a
Mhm.
lot to get them there. But you
And
gotta straight out be disrespecting them for them to get upset.
yeah. And so
But then
number
I have seen men that a guy looks at you and it's a fucking problem.
Yeah, and number five is they get jealous they get jealous easily.
Mhm.
Oh, I think that can be true of either
Oh, for
species,
sure.
definitely.
Definitely.
But I kind of just feel I find that women get more jealous than men. I'm not saying men don't. I do know that they do.
I
Um,
think it's pretty equal on that part because I've seen it on both.
mhm. Yeah, me too. I know, like yesterday, I was at the grocery store and I was just picking up a few things. And there's this man, and I don't know, it could have been his girlfriend or his wife, whatever. But like he's over there looking at some things, and then she went over to the frozen area or where the fridge doors are, and he's like, "Hey, where are you going?" And she was, "I'm just looking at the juice." I
Mm.
was like, "That's It's kind of a jealousy thing. That's like, you need to be by me. I was like, that's a
Yeah, by
little
my
bit
side.
much type of thing. I don't care for that type of action on anyone's side, to be honest. Number six, I love you means I want sex. I think this is just someone who's been burned a lot.
Yeah, I think somebody just got out of a bad breakup.
Yeah, because I mean, that's not, don't get me wrong. When you're young, you say everything to get what you want, whether that's sex or whatever. So some people might say that, but sometimes I think this is something that can apply to both people. We all say things we don't mean sometimes. And I this just kind of reads like maybe this individual has been burned quite a bit type of thing.
Yeah, right.
They BS constantly. That's not even like I need an example with that. That's just what it says. They BS
That
constantly.
means y'all always full of shit. Always.
Ah, is this true, Roxy? Are we all full of shit?
I mean, majority of the
Well, the
time, but there's
majority
a
of the
few
time.
moments where,
Ah, number eight. Uh, I'm sorry. Genius tell the genius tell your best. Someone wrote this badly. Your best friend secrets and expect them not to tell you.
Oh, I think she was trying to say the geniuses will tell your best friend secrets and expect
Mm,
them not to tell you.
yeah. Uh, First off, that's stupid on anyone's part. Like
Yeah.
why would I go, Roxy? Why would I go to your best friend, tell her a secret, and then think, well, she's not going to tell her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's gotta be really stupid.
that's just dumb. Like whoever does that, you're stupid. That they're that person's best friend for a reason. They're not your
You know
best
what I'm
friend.
saying? And it's
So
not because they held things back from each other.
yeah, that's pretty dumb. Number nine, when they're with their girlfriend, they look at other girls. Uh, I can find this to be true about pretty much anybody, but people will look around if something catches their eye when they walk in the room. But I can understand that being very disrespectful and
It is very
and and,
disrespectful.
and hurtful, as Roxy eyeballs men who walk into the room.
I am fucking single. I can look at whoever the fuck I want.
Whoever the fuck you want. That's right.
Now, when I'm in a relationship, I try to keep my eyes right here.
Try. I picked up on that word try.
I usually do because I'm staring at them to make sure they ain't staring at them.
Of course. Scratch their stuff every oh 15 minutes. So like scratching your junk, gentlemen.
Yeah.
That is a problem. I don't know the remedy for that, but maybe be aware, not scratch your junk
Yeah, don't
always.
sweat your balls around
Yeah, you don't
in
have to do it
public, please.
all the time. 11, they always want to get with your friends.
I don't know about that. It sounds like you had a shady boyfriend and some shady
Yeah,
friends.
yeah, that doesn't sound like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you have some pretty awesome friends who are better than you. I don't know. They always call girls bitches.
Um,
I
a lot of men do, but actually, I'm gonna say a lot of boys do.
Yeah, I don't care for how she puts it because like always call girls bitches. You're not girls, you're women.
Right.
So, you know, again, I'm going to say this probably wasn't written by a professional.
It definitely wasn't because I'm
No.
reading ahead. I'm just like, I think
Everything, huh?
it's starting to feel like she was just like pulling straws. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everything they do is a competition. Eh, I can maybe see that, but
Hmm.
not for everybody. 14, claim everything theirs. Claim everything theirs.
Yeah.
That's need more content there.
Uh,
15,
like
huh?
they just claim that everything's theirs.
Yeah, I know, but it
Like,
just feels like that there should be
I
more to,
know, like, why? What did he do?
yeah,
Like,
like
what do you
seriously.
mean? Was he trying
This
to
is
claim your shit?
this is making me more like what did he do to you that, you had to
Sounds
put
like he slept with her friends and tried to take all her shit.
number 15. This is interesting. The good ones are gay. I'm gonna say this is probably more a you thing than anything.
Me?
No, not you, like her, the person who wrote this.
Oh,
Is like, if you're liking the gay ones, you're like, oh my God, all the good ones are gay, then maybe it's what you're looking for. I don't know. Your radar and your needs kind of seem a little off on this article here. It's not even an article, it's just a random list.
yeah. Somebody got mad.
16. 16. They never grow up. My mom tells me this daily.
The fact that you put my mom tells me this daily right after they never grow up shows that you didn't, in fact, grow up.
Hmm.
You could have just left it as they never grow up. Period.
17. They leave the bathroom smelling extremely rancid.
I mean, I'm sure your shit doesn't stink. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it smells like roses. But this is true. Sometimes guys are disgusting in the bathroom. Like
Well, I get
disgusting.
I can get it. I can totally get that. They
And for real,
demand
y'all's BO smells way worse than ours. Ugh. God damn, it seeps into the curtains and the fucking what are they called? The little rugs in the bathroom. Like,
hmm
yeah,
The bath mats. Yep.
and it just smells like you. Ugh.
18, they demand too much. Do we demand too much, Roxy? Do I demand too much of you
Yes, you
every
do.
Tuesday for an hour?
Every Tuesday, 2 hours.
Hmm. That is,
You don't even take me out to eat anymore. How
oh my
rude.
God. Last time I took you out to eat, we ended up in the emergency room.
I
Don't
couldn't
give me
even finish
that.
the sentence before I cracked up laughing.
Like last time we went out to eat, we had to go to the ER. I was like, that's
Yeah.
what?
Couldn't even finish my steak. So
Oh, like,
I'm still mad.
oh God. It was like, wow. The number 19 on this is just dumb, but I'm gonna read it. Expect you on your knees.
Girl,
That's it. That's all it says. Expect you on your knees.
no.
Wow. I'm kind of done with this list. What about you?
I am getting a little over it. Now, when it
Yeah.
says they demand too much, I don't know about that. Like there are guys that are demanding, but as well as women. But a lot of the men that I have dealt with, I mean, they're not really demanding, but they are like very, I guess, like kind of simple. What they want or quote unquote demand is like normal shit. They're not asking too much.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump into this one. Five absolutely true reasons why men suck sometimes.
Okay, see, they said sometimes. I like
Yeah.
that.
Why men suck sometimes in comparison to women. Oh, and look, it's a random woman. She's cute though.
She's adorable.
Huh?
She's adorable.
Uh, Number one, they forget a lot.
That's true.
Yeah, I swear to God, I forget everything. Yes. I
Don't
have,
forget that tomorrow is Valentine's Day and you need to send
yes.
your host some cookies or something.
Yeah, be sending random cookies to random women, be like, I don't
Chips,
know.
treats, delivers.
Men tend to
Same.
forget. Oh, before I go on, let's see who wrote this. If it even gives credit to anyone. By Kindle.
Kindle.
That's it.
That's all
By
it says. Bye,
Kindle.
Kindle.
And the name of the website is All Women's Talk.
All women's talk.
And so we forget things, true enough.
Mhm.
Number two, they underestimate women.
Yes.
Do I underestimate you, Roxy?
Sometimes.
Never, because I'm always on time.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
You're just being mean to me and you undermine me when every time you're late.
So I
Yeah,
understand
exactly.
you and mean to you all the time, whether I'm late or
Yeah.
not.
Uh, uh,
This isn't a list on if you underestimate me. Men
hmm
underestimate women.
True enough, true enough. It's their way or the highway. I don't know. I don't know. Is that true?
Yes, a lot of you guys are set in your ways and you're not willing to compromise.
Hmm Do you feel women compromise better than men?
Yes, I will compromise. I have,
Oh,
I
you
mean,
will?
only because like I've had to compromise a lot of shit because the man didn't want to meet halfway. So I had to just, okay, fine, we'll do it your way.
I would really love to meet compromising Roxy.
Good luck. She's
Yeah,
gone.
I know. Exactly. Number four, they over-sexualize women.
Yes.
I won't argue with that one. That one, I feel this list is way more
Way
fair
better than the last
and
one.
yeah, way more
It's
accurate.
way
The
better.
the other one just
Now,
seems like they're bitter, and this one kind of seems more thought out, more accurate.
mhm. But
But yeah,
yes,
I can
sometimes, I mean, I know women are beautiful creatures, but sometimes you can look at them without sexualizing them.
no. Anyway,
Or like, what is her name? Mindy Kaling said on the Mindy Project, who doesn't want to be sexualized?
that's
I laughed at that part. I thought it was hilarious, but you know what? I don't want to be sexualized all the time. Sometimes, not all the time.
number five, the double standards.
Y'all do
We have double
a lot of double
standards.
standards.
Hmm
Yep.
what's a good example of a double standard?
Like it's okay for y'all to go out and have multiple women, but if we go out and have multiple men, we're whores.
Hmm
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't argue with that. That does sound like a definite double standard of men. Like I'm gonna go out and have a good time and you can't.
Right.
You stay there and you wait for
I
me to
can
come
go
home.
out and have casual sex, but you can't do it because that makes you a hoe.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that. I can totally agree with that. Um,
Like they expect you to be experienced in bed, but they want you to have a low body count. Well, I mean, you don't really get experience without a body count, honey.
true
Sorry
enough.
to break that news to you.
Yeah, yeah, I will give that to you. I'll totally give that to you. So, and like I said, I like this article better than the other one. This one seems to be more well thought out.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely has way better, construction to it. And some seems like some legitimate points here. That
But
I
see,
can get down with.
here she's like a guy can walk around shirtless without a problem, but if a girl does it, she gets charged and arrested.
Oh, then no, this is true. This is very true. That is definitely a double standard in society. You know,
And nipples,
the no, they absolutely you have nipples. Uh, it's definitely,
just
both men
mine
and
are
women have
functioning.
them. And you know, I do believe that is a huge societal double standard that probably needs to kind of go away, or make it to where men can't be outside shirtless, you know, walking around in stores and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I think that's a problem. You know, I think that, you know, if women aren't allowed to do it, then men shouldn't be allowed to do it in that sense, you know. You can't like, oh, well, yeah, perfectly fine for him, but not good for you. That's
Right.
not cool. You know, just not acceptable, if you ask me. But that's
Mm.
just me. On the double standard type of situation. Um, but you know, other than that, I think this is a pretty good, you know, pretty good article.
Yeah.
Uh, some of the thoughts and opinions out here. I think I'm gonna skip some of these thoughts and opinions.
Yeah, I think you can.
Number four, they have nothing more to offer. What?
I was just looking at that one.
I was like, what do you mean they have nothing more to offer? Number four was, they over-sexualize women. Oh, I guess they're trying to be mean in the comments.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna skip through that one. Before I get, you know, emails and angry messages.
right.
But you know, I think one a way better actual legitimate points in that one. But in your own personal opinion, Roxy, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this share real quick. Uh, you know, with relationships that you've had, because you know that first list was just kind of like I'm bitter towards men,
Yeah, that was
right?
that first one was a little bitter.
Yeah. So in your opinion, with the relationships that you've had, um, do you feel like maybe just in some cases like women are a little bit more bitter towards men for X, Y, and Z? And if so, what are those X, Y, and Z's?
What do you mean like women are bitter towards men?
Like, there are more women who are like bitter or upset towards men, and there.
I don't think that women are bitter towards men. I think we are just really tired of bullshit. And so we're just not
Mhm,
putting up with it anymore. And we'd rather be single than put up with bullshit.
mhm,
I think a lot of times relationships go down, like, go left because communication sucks. A lot of men don't know how to deal with their feelings, how to communicate their feelings,
mhm.
how to not have these outbursts, how to just really talk to their partner and be like, hey, this is how I'm feeling, or this is how this situation made me feel. I don't really like that. Like it's communication. A lot of it is communication.
I kind of agree. I kind of, you know, feel that communication does resolve a lot of issues.
Oh,
You
for
know,
sure.
like being able to say, hey, could you please stop that? Or this bothers me, or
Mhm.
can we not do this? You know,
Right.
I feel those things, you know, could be conveyed better. And I think they could be conveyed better by men too, because there are things that men don't like or may feel uncomfortable with. They just don't say it. And for whatever reason,
And a
whether
lot of times it's not said because they're afraid of what the partner's going to say or how they're going to react. So they just suffer
exactly.
in silence.
It's easier to just remain quiet and deal with
Mhm.
it and put up with it than to actually say, hey, you know, I don't like it when you do this, or
Mhm.
I don't like this, or things like that. And I think if you can just like say, hey, Roxy, I don't like it when you slap me around all the time, you know.
You make it sound like I'm so violent.
Could could you maybe please ease up or
Did you
not?
not slap me in public?
Could you not rear your hand so far back? You know, I greatly
Oh
appreciate
man.
that. And then watch her ignore me and do it anyway.
Mhm. Reach way even further back.
But see, then I've communicated with the issue.
Right. No, but
Uh,
again, like that goes back to the structure at home. Like, we grew
mm,
up not having that role model of a stable, healthy relationship.
Yeah,
You know, and
exactly.
even and sometimes even if our parents were together most of our lives or are still together, sometimes those relationships weren't healthy. They
Yeah,
were very
sometimes they weren't the
toxic.
best. They weren't because yeah, you can be in a relationship and just have the worst communication in the world or just no
Mhm.
communication, which I believe
It's the worst. Like
is
that's even
even
worse.
worse. Like yeah, like you have no idea what's going on or why it's happening, or you have no idea why they love this or why they hate this. That's kind of a problem. I mean, there are basic things that everyone should know about each other.
Oh yeah.
Even like just I find if you start out with basic things, then you can build up to bigger things. So,
Right.
for example, knowing basic stuff like partner's favorite color. That's kind of important to know.
It is.
You know, your partner's favorite type of genre or your partner's favorite type of store or candies or, favorite type of food.
Just yeah, just the little things like that are important to know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because you just if you bring them something that they don't like, they know you're not listening. And I think that's a big problem for a lot of people. Like they don't listen and they're, oh, I'll get her this and totally forget, I can't eat that. I'm allergic to it. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
So it's things like that that I think are really, really important. Just it involves a tool that a lot of people aren't good at, and that's listening. You know, me and Roxy in no way reiterating this are married, right? But
Absolutely not.
I do know Roxy's favorite color. I do know, Roxy loves a mean ass steak. I do I do know that when we go somewhere, my wallet's gonna hurt and cry. So, but these are things that I
He does
know.
know that I'm slightly expensive.
Slightly my ass, she is. So yeah, but these are things that I know and I know about her. So like if I wanted to like send her something like if she was sick or something, or I wanted to like, send her something that I think that she would think is funny, I know that because I listen to what she has to say. And I'm pretty sure, she can figure out some things about me that,
I have no idea what you like.
exactly.
I'm just
She doesn't pay attention to any damn thing I do. I know that's for sure. But
I
like
just got a master's and a podcast. I
yeah,
don't know
like he
anything
just,
else.
he has a master's, he does a podcast. I mean, I think that's what he lives off of.
Yeah. Those are his favorite things.
Right, so there are things like that. But we know that because we effectively listen and talk, and it just comes out in basic conversation. And I
Mhm.
think that's what a lot of people need to do. They need to have basic conversations, talk to each other, because you can't have a relationship where you're texting each other and like, oh my God, you've said so much through texting, because it's not like that. You have to have a real conversation and
Yeah.
learn from that in order to improve that relationship. And maybe, guys, the stereotype will go away if we listen a little better. And maybe for women, I don't know, maybe speaking what you actually like would be nice too. Yeah.
I was waiting for you to say something real stupid.
hmm
Oh,
Well, no, seriously, like it's kind of like that. It's funny, but it's very true. Those memes like, "What do you want for dinner?" I don't know. What do you want? And then you have this fight. And if you listen to what each
so
other like,
have you
huh?
seen the trick that they say now that they're saying to do is like if you ask her, guess where I'm taking you to dinner tonight? And then
Oh,
like the
I've heard
place she
that.
said, she's like, you're like, yeah.
You know that place that
I'm
you
like, you
like?
know what? That would actually probably work on me.
Yeah, what was that place you were talking about last week? That's where we're going. Where was it
Right,
located again?
right.
Like, oh my God. So, I mean, guys, just kind of like do that or effectively listen. That way, it just makes life easier on
Mhm.
you. And then maybe we'll get rid of some of these shitty stares. And when you're out at dinner with your other, maybe not look at the waitress.
Yeah, please don't check out other women when you're with your girlfriend.
Unless like
Um,
unless her girlfriend's
unless she's
also
cool with it.
looking, then you can also
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
unless she goes, wow, look at her ass, then
Yeah, I was
you
like
know,
then
then you're in the clear.
it's free. You're free to do that,
Yeah,
because
sometimes I do that. I'm like, dang, did you see her ass?
like, did you see her?
Like,
Like,
look, 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 she's coming.
so that's kind of different. But be more, I think, be more engaging,
Mhm,
definitely be a
mhm.
better listener. And for women, the best thing I can say to kind of make that thing a little bit more easier is like, be open and honest about what's bothering you instead
Mhm.
of that mentality. Well, you should know. No, I
Oh.
fucking don't. I fucking don't know. And you want to know why? Because you haven't told me. So,
Yeah.
that's kind of a problem. I know, like, for example, if I know Roxy's in a bad mood, I can see it on her face. Even though sometimes her eyebrows don't lift or I know when she's in a bad mood, and I'll ask, "Hey, here's a mind blower." Or I'll ask, "What's wrong?" or "Did something happen?" I'll do that, and she'll tell me if she wants to. Just like, I will if I'm pretty sure she can tell when I'm pissed. I'm rarely pissed, but pretty
Sure,
sure.
I'm pissed off more than you are.
Oh God, yeah, that's for sure. So it's like just ask, but be attentive and ask. And women just say it. Say it. If it's bothering you, say it.
Mhm,
It's
mhm.
important.
Yep.
But maybe you have a better list as to why men suck, or maybe you have better ideas to improve mankind. You can send us those ideas to the VCR show at thevcrshow@gmail.com, or hit us up on Insta and Twitter at the VCR show. Check out our website, thevcrshow.com, and follow us on YouTube. But you guessed it, at the VCR show. And if you want to like explain to Roxy why you are the perfect man for her and how you don't suck and fit these stereotypes, you can challenge her at her websites, which are.
On Facebook at Roxy Perez Curvy Model, on Instagram at PopRox428, and on TikTok at the PopRox. And PopRox is spelled POPROXX.
And as always, I'm Vara,
And I'm Roxy.
and you've been listening to VCR.
Bye.
Bye bye. I don't have an ego. Need some sweet treats for your next big event, or maybe you just have a sweet tooth? Check out Skippity Cakes. That's Skippity Cakes, SKIPPITYCAKES.com. Check them out for all of your sweet treat needs, things such as cakes, cupcakes, and cake pops. Also, check them out for their varieties of face masks, t-shirts, and coffee mugs. Say hi to our friend Rosie for us. You have been listening to VCR, creative content by Richard Christopher Vara and Roxy Perez. Logo by Richard Christopher Vara with assistance from Annie Ramirez. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can reach us at thevcrshow@gmail.com or our social medias at Instagram and Twitter at The VCR Show. And you can also check out our content at thevcrshow.com. The show's song is Attic by Nefex, instrumental, and you can find them on YouTube Music Library.